You. And hello, Rohi. Welcome, welcome. All right, well, we'll get started here pretty soon. But, I mean, you can type your questions in anytime you want to, whenever you guys want to. If you just want to chat, that's fine, too. Hello, Flavia. Hello, Amir. All right, well, let's get started. Mindy, do you want to come talk to me? Are you ready, Mindy?
Hello, long time no see.
Yeah, hello, Mindy. Long time no see. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
Good.
How about you, teacher? I forgot where.
I'm pretty good. It's very cold here right now, so this is the worst.
Cold in.
Yeah, my city. This is like the worst time of the year. This is the coldest time of the year right now. The middle and end of January is really cold. So right now it's minus 13 C.
Minus 30.
Yeah, and 2 days ago it was minus 16 C.
It has snow.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Even I don't think you can see snow. Maybe in the north, some places they have snow, but I never seen it.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let me show you something. Let me see if I can. Hold on a minute. There it is. I think I have. Yeah. Take a look at this. Can you see it?
Right here? In China?
No, that was outside my house maybe last week.
Right, last week?
Yeah, last
So
week.
you back in the U.S.?
That's my yard in the U.S. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
May I know where?
Ohio.
What, Ohio?
Yeah, Cincinnati, Ohio. So yeah, the snow is pretty. It's very pretty, but yeah, it gets really, really cold, and it is. It's fun for like a week, maybe 2 weeks, and then you feel like enough. You know, like
Yeah.
please melt
This
and
is
go away. I'm sorry.
This is like slippy.
Oh yeah, absolutely, very slippery. Slippery is the word. Slippery.
Slippery.
Yeah,
Slippery. So
yeah,
I watched some video about it. So they they parked the car and the car just slip.
yeah. That's right. Yeah, yeah. So the snow will fall down, but then if the temperature is right at the right temperature, then the snow will melt in turn to water, but then it will freeze again later in the night, and then it turns to ice, and then yes, the roads are very dangerous because they can be very icy.
What?
Yeah.
I see. Well, so Ohio is like in the north or in the south or the
It's in the
central?
middle. It's in the middle. Yeah. So if you know where Chicago is, Chicago's a major city. It's kind of in the north, in the middle of the United States, near Canada. And if you go down about 5 hours south from there and a little bit to the east, that's where I live. If you know where the big lakes are in the United States, all those big lakes we have, there's 5 big lakes that are right between Canada and the United States. I kind of live below those.
Yeah, I think I have to open the map. I don't I can't like picture where is it in my head right now.
I understand. Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Cincinnati,
Because I have
Ohio.
no question.
Okay. Yeah. So how are you doing otherwise?
Yeah, I think it's a little in Ho Chi Minh City right now. It's a little bit cold for
Yeah.
me, not for you, because it's just like 24
Yeah.
degree, like 26 degree. Yeah,
Yeah.
and the test is coming. The test holiday is coming, like Lunar New Year.
Mm-hmm.
So everything is so like more chaos. It just and like traffic, maybe market. So many people on the street, so crowded. But when they come in, when they leave the city to come return to their hometown to celebrate Test, and the city will be empty. Will be peaceful.
Yeah, I'm sure it will.
Now, yeah, now right now these days it's like the end day of the year and it's still working, so that's why it's still crowded.
I
Even more
understand.
crowded.
Yeah. I understand.
So, are you in the US right now or are you in China?
No, I'm in the U.S.
Oh, so
Yeah.
you don't celebrate the Lunar New Year. If you live in
Well,
China,
I celebrate myself a little bit. Like maybe I'll make myself some hot pot or some Chinese food or something. Some dumplings. But no.
you can make dumpling by yourself. You can make.
Sure. Yeah.
Wow, better than me. I
Well,
just
I mean, I
bought
usually buy the wrappers. I don't usually make the wrapper. I just buy them and then I could just make the filling. That's easy. Anybody can make the filling.
got it.
Yeah.
So the dough or my
The
flavor.
dough. Yeah.
The dough. You just buy the dough and then you just make the.
Yeah. Just make the filling.
Oh,
Yeah. That's easy.
good idea. I should
Yeah.
try it.
Yeah. Because you can buy the wrappers at the Asian market and they're all ready to go. They're sometimes it depends on what company you buy. Sometimes the wrappers are a little bit thicker than maybe the ones that you get from like a restaurant. The ones the restaurant might be really nice and thin, but still they're good. Yeah, and you can fry them. You can boil them. You can steam them. And then you can put in whatever you want in the filling. You can make whatever kind you want. You can change. Sometimes I like to do like fried dumplings, but I'll do the inside filling. I'll use a different flavor profile, not a Chinese one. What that means is instead of it being like pork and green onion or pork and cabbage, it will be like ground beef and cheese and jalapeno, like a Mexican one.
I love shrimp.
Or I'll make one that's like a hamburger and cheese, like so the flavor will be something from a different country. Like Mexican ones are particularly good. If you do like Mexican flavored dumplings, those are really yummy.
Apologize. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really
I thought
delicious.
it just yourself. Like you making your own version.
Yeah, you can make whatever you want. Yeah, and you can experiment and try different things. And yeah, shrimp is great, you know. Some people do, you know, half pork, half shrimp, you know. That's good too. Yeah. So, anyway. One moment, Mindy. Let me. Somebody's asking a question about one of my lessons here. My assistant here. Hold on one moment. Sorry about this.
That's okay. Let me check with you.
Okay. That's enough.
I just.
All right, I'm done. Sorry.
I was about talking about some traditional food
Mm-hmm.
in Vietnam when we celebrate this holiday. A little bit different from China. But sometimes I think the ingredient is the same. That the outcome, the food is different.
Oh, the outcome is different? Why do you say that?
Mm. So dumpling make from fried doughs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Rice, whatever.
Rice
But
flour. Right.
yeah, but our dumpling, no, not dumpling. Our cake,
Uh-huh.
is the whole rice. We don't make the rice into the dough or
Oh, you just use rice
yeah,
itself.
yeah.
Wow. Like
But it's sticky rice.
sticky rice.
It's
Right.
sticky
Like
rice.
sticky
Yeah,
rice. Okay. Yeah, I love sticky rice. Mango sticky rice, yummy.
yeah.
Very
But it is
yummy.
Thai food.
Yeah. Yeah. I love Vietnamese food and Thai food. I just had pho just the other day. I took my friend to a Vietnamese restaurant and we had pho and banh mi's and egg rolls. And you know what, Mindy? I'm glad you're here because you have to help me. Do you know one of my favorite things in the world now? Vietnamese coffee. I
Oh, so
love
strong.
Vietnamese
So strong.
coffee. It's so strong. Yeah. It's so sweet, but so strong. It's amazing. It's like a dessert. It's so sweet, like a dessert.
Sweet?
Yeah. Yeah. Because you guys use the condensed milk, right? You know?
Oh,
Right?
that's why. I thought you just drink like only coffee. Only black coffee. I don't think it's sweet.
No, 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 no. I mean, like the Vietnamese coffee is very, very sweet. You know when they make it, and yeah, it's so good. Like it's so powerful. It's really strong coffee, but it also is really sweet, like a dessert. It's one
Yeah,
of my
I think
favorite things. So I want to learn how to make it at home.
yeah, I'm sure I can show you that it depends on how sweet you want. It's so they have so many levels. So
Oh,
it
really? I
just
didn't know that. Like the I got it in Taiwan for the first time when I was in Taiwan. When I'm on my vacation just recently, I was in Taiwan and I had one at a Vietnamese restaurant, and I was like, "Oh, wow, that was really good." But they didn't ask us anything about how sweet or anything. Most of the drink shops in Taiwan, they do. They say, "How sweet do you want it? How much ice do you want?" You know, yeah. But this one, I don't think they asked. I think they just made it the way they usually do.
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I want to buy the Vietnamese coffee maker, the little, you know what I'm talking about?
Bean
Yeah,
filter.
yeah, the filter, yeah, the one that you put on top of the, cup and whatever. I want to get that and learn how to make my own Vietnamese coffee cuz it's so yummy. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so strong and yummy. I can never make my coffee strong enough. Like when I go to
Even the
Starbucks,
steeping
sometimes
fee, even the Sorry.
No. I was just going to say, sometimes when I get my coffee, if I go to Starbucks, which I never do, but if I go there, I'll say, can you add an extra shot of espresso or 2 extra shots of espresso? Because I want it to be stronger. But the Vietnamese coffee is just powerful. It's like, wow, it's so strong. I love it.
If you drink black coffee, if you drink black coffee, only coffee, it's really strong.
Well, what I didn't know is in America, most of the people, when they make coffee, there's 2 kinds of beans. One is called Arabica and one is called Robusta. Yeah, and Robusta is the Vietnamese one, and it is twice the caffeine. It's almost double the caffeine level. So we make it, the coffee I have today is with Arabica, and it's good, but it's not that strong. Like, I want it to be stronger. So I think I need to go to Robusta.
Yeah. Since you talk about caffeine, I think when I drink coffee, the caffeine will eat my cell brains.
Not me. No. It makes my brain pow work faster. No. Yeah, I love coffee. I love caffeine. Yeah, I mean, only from caffeine, only from coffee though. Like caffeine from soda doesn't have the same feeling, but caffeine from coffee has a very strong, like, okay, I'm ready to go now feeling.
Oh, who's your energy?
Yeah. It wakes up my brain. I need it to wake up my brain. Yeah.
Wake up of your sleepiness.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, but black coffee is really the strongest bitter, and that's why you can add like condensed milk or maybe like non-sugar.
Right. Yeah. All black. Yeah. Black coffee is a little bitter, and I like bitter. Bitter's good, but it's also when you cook. In cooking, one of the biggest things that we do is we like to have what we call contrasting flavor profiles, which means that you have some salty but also some sweet, right? So, for example, like salted caramel something, right? There's lots of salted caramel things, salted caramel drinks and salted caramel cookies and brownies, because caramel is sweet and salt. You put them together and it's wow, that's cool. I like that. That taste is really interesting, right? So, when we cook, that's what we like to do, is we like to try to figure out what's the opposite thing, like to put together, right? Sweet and savory, or sweet and sour, or spicy and cold, right? Right? Like, I love Vietnamese papaya salad.
Papaya salad.
Yeah, Thai salad. Is it Thai? Yeah,
I love this too.
Yeah,
too.
Right, and it's sweet but cold and spicy. And all those things together is really, really, wow, that's really cool. I love that flavor profile,
So about coffee, we have the trend now is like salty coffee. Not egg coffee, salty coffee.
Salted coffee? Oh, that's interesting. Wow.
Yeah.
I think I can see that. Interesting. Wow. Yeah.
So many type of coffee. So I just like more popular is cafe soda. So cafe soda is the Vietnamese name. It's more coffee and less condensed milk. So it's just less bitter than black coffee.
So it's just a little condensed milk, not too much. I see.
But back it's like the name in Vietnamese, but it's just like more condensed milk.
So it's sweeter.
Coffee.
I see.
I think this one that you drink.
You're gonna have to teach me. Yeah, you'll have to teach me how to say those words. You have to teach me a few more things in Vietnamese, because I only know how to say xin chào. Yeah.
You can say bạc xỉu.
Bạc xỉu. Can you say
Bạc xỉu is not common in foreigner zone. I think it's cafe soda.
Oh, wow, that one's hard.
So coffee is like cafe.
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 Cafe. Okay.
Perfect.
Okay. Wow. Cafe. Okay.
Sữa đá.
Sữa.
Đá.
Đá. Sữa đá.
Oh, good job. teacher. Good job, teacher. I think you can
是的。
learn. You can speak Chinese, so I think you can like conquer.
Yeah, because of the
Vietnamese
tones.
easily.
The tones, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there are more tones in Vietnamese, right?
Yes, we have six.
Six,
But,
right. That's what I
Chinese, they
thought.
have 4 tones.
That's right, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I think Chinese is more difficult because 4 tone they sound
Too
similar.
similar? Yeah, you think so?
Yes.
Yeah, sometimes you're right. Especially, there are times when you have like a second tone, like a third tone and a second tone together. The rule about that and what you're supposed to do, it's very confusing and it always messes me up and I always do them wrong every time I do it. It's like, I can never remember the way the tones are supposed to go if you put a third and a second together. I hate it. Yeah. But
Yeah.
I just try to speak, I just speak more quickly and then hopefully it sounds okay. You know, if you just speak quickly.
Maybe the context or the
Right.
situation
Yeah.
they can get.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
You remind me of a video about girl. She started to learn the English. They go to like just first grade. They just learn about tone but she's really confused when she started to say
Yeah.
every single tone.
Right.
I know. Oh my god, they are native, but how can I learn?
That's funny. Yeah. Yeah. You know, I went to this Vietnamese restaurant and the pho was pretty good. It wasn't the best pho I've had, but it was okay. The banh mi, it was good for here, but it wasn't I've had so many great banh mi's and you know, the bread has to just be so nice and light and crispy and airy. You know, it has to have that very light, crispy feel. And then...
really love the way you describe the food. You have so many, like, vocabulary and also your expression.
Food is such a wonderful thing to talk about. Yeah. And then you need the vegetables. The vegetables in this banh mi were not pickled. So they were just raw. It was carrot and white carrot, right? White radish. But they were just raw. They were shaved thin, very, very thin,
Actually,
but they were raw.
Pickled.
Yeah, I prefer them pickled.
Slightly.
Right, slightly pickled. They should be pickled. Yeah, and that's one thing I didn't like about it. Yeah. They had
Me too. I hate it.
Yeah, they had pate. They had pate in them. Not the best pate I've had either. Yeah, I feel like the pate could have been better. Yeah. And actually, my favorite, I think my favorite one doesn't really even have pate. My favorite banh mi is just, I think, what is it called? Banh mi tit? It's the one, it's just with pork belly, I think. You know, fried pork belly. It's really delicious.
Oh,
yeah.
Fried pork? Yeah, I know what you mean, but I
Yeah.
have to try. Search on Google how to say it in English.
Yeah, but that's one of my favorite sandwiches in the world.
Pig, right? Raw pig, roasted
Pig. That's right. Yeah, roasted. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then a good Vietnamese restaurant or Thai restaurant. I don't know. I always love in Asia when they have the little bowl on the table that has the hot chilies. You know, like a chili sauce, a spicy chili sauce. You know, that you can add some chilies to your sandwich. You know, or something. But they didn't have it. They only had sriracha, the sauce. You know, sriracha's good, but I like real chili sauce.
Real?
Yeah. Like in Chinese they say hong la jiao, you know, the little red chilies, the little red Thai chilies. They're very, very spicy. I don't know what they're called in Vietnamese. Yeah, they're spicy peppers, right? The little tiny red ones. And they'll chop it up, right? Put it into a bowl. Maybe it has garlic also. Maybe some garlic and maybe some oil, and then you mix it up, and that's just like your sauce, you know.
I know how to do I know how to make it. Like the chili, you have to mint.
Yeah, mince. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And when the hot pan with the oil, and then you
Yeah, just
pour it.
quickly. Yeah, just not too long, just a little bit, just enough to make the flavor come out. Right? Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I love spicy food, so that was one of my. Yeah, so I love to, when I used to go get my banh mi, when I lived in Taiwan, I had my favorite banh mi store not far from me, and I would go get one, and I always like to put the extra chili sauce on there, but if you don't have it, it's like, oh man, where's my chili sauce?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you eat spicy food, it's like something you just push your brain really good, but it's hard. My
Sure. Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's painful sometimes. Yeah. But that's what kind of makes it almost fun. It's a fun experience because it's going to kind of hurt, but there's like a good hurt to it, Like I remember
but you want it.
right.
But you want it.
One time I was at a restaurant and I was getting it's tie ben shao, which is it's popular Chinese food where you cook the food on the table, right? Like the food is cooked right there on the table in front of you. And I used to go to my favorite place, and they always used to ask me, "Yao la ma," which means, "Do you want spicy or no spicy?" And I would say, sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes I would say "da la," which means the biggest spice. Right, so you have xiao la, zhong la, and da la, right? And usually I would maybe get xiao la or zhong la, which is in the middle, but sometimes I wanted, a lot of spice, and I would say da la, and they would look at me and they would say "真的吗?" and I would say "真的," which means like, yeah, like really, like really, like yeah, really, and they would go and put a whole lot of it in there when they're cooking it, and it would make everybody coughing because there's so much chili. And then when I'm eating it, I was eating it, and I'm like crying. Like it's that spicy. It's really spicy. But I was eating it and I'm like crying because it's so spicy. But then they're asking me if I'm okay, and I said, "Yeah, I'm okay. It's just good. It's just spicy, But yeah, so sometimes I do like to eat it like really spicy to the point where it's painful. But usually I just like it kind of like in the middle, I want to feel it, but I don't want to be too hurt,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was curious, like, was it your first time, or you just want to test your level of spice?
Yeah, right. That's true. Right. Yeah. But there are some peppers that are just too hot, and I just think, no, I don't want. That's not for me.
I love spicy food, but spicy. How do I describe that? Just like Thai food. I like spicy.
That's right. Thai food and Vietnamese food use the little red chili, the little red pepper, and that's my favorite pepper. That's my favorite spice level is right there. Above that, and maybe it's like, oh man, like there's a Mexican pepper that I also sometimes like. It's called the habanero pepper. Or sometimes they call them the Scotch bonnet peppers. Habanero peppers, it's a little yellow-orange pepper that's about this big and this fat. And those are more spicy than the red Thai chilies. But I like the flavor if it's only a little bit. So if you cook something and you use just a little bit of the habanero, I'm like, okay, that's really spicy, but it's yummy. But anything beyond the habanero, I'm no, that's too spicy for me. Yeah, habanero.
H.
Yeah. How do you spell it? See, habanero. So it's HABENER. Yeah.
Yeah, let me share this. So, Chinese food like spicy of Chinese food, I cannot bear it.
Oh, I love Sichuan food. I love Sichuan spice.
Because it's like utopia.
Yeah, so it's funny though because Sichuan food, it's a different kind of spicy. They call it ma la, right? Ma la, which right. It means numb mouth. It means numb mouth.
Numb.
Yeah, like numb, like you can't feel it. And the reason why is because the Sichuan peppercorn, right? Like they call it a Sichuan peppercorn. It's the thing that they use in all the Sichuan food that makes your mouth feel that way. It's not actually a pepper. It's not a pepper at all. It's something else. It's the fruit of the ash tree. It's another kind of tree that grows, right? And so the feeling that it gives, it is not a pepper at all. It's a different thing. So it makes your mouth feel really tingly, like like it's, yeah, like, a bunch of, like, it kind of hurts, but it's like this almost like pokey feeling around your mouth, and yeah, but then they combine it. They put the two together, right? So you have the Sichuan peppercorns plus the red Thai chilies. They dry them, right? They use dried ones, and they put them together, and that's what they have in hot pot. And that's, yeah. But I do love that kind of spice. But that one is painful, but it's a different kind of painful.
Yeah. But this one I cannot bear. It's make me, sometimes it's nauseous.
Oh, really? No, I love it. Yeah.
Nauseous. It's just like, I don't know, like, where are you?
My favorite restaurant, my favorite Chinese restaurant in my city is a Sichuan restaurant. And I usually get their Sichuan dishes there, and yeah, they're all...
Is it English name?
The name of the restaurant? Yeah, they have an English name. It's called Sichuan Chili.
We eat Chinese food in the Hai Lao.
Oh, yeah, but we just call it Chinese food. Yeah, because here we have so many kinds of food, right? So we just, whatever country it's from, that's what we call it. And then, if you ask people, okay, Chinese food, what kind of Chinese food? Like, oh, well, it's Sichuan Chinese food, or it's Hunan Chinese food, or Cantonese Chinese food, right? There are different kinds, right? So.
Yeah. So, what's your favorite? What's your favorite Chinese food? Just one.
My favorite Chinese food, if I could only choose one? Wow, hard. Oh. I might say, ro mian. It's beef noodle soup.
Beef noodle soup?
Yeah, beef noodle soup. It's a Taiwan specialty, beef noodle soup. It's very, very, very rich beef broth and lots of big pieces of beef that's really tender, really soft, and also big, thick noodles. I mean, you can get whatever kind of noodles you want, but usually I get the big, thick noodles and some vegetables in there. It's really yummy. But for Sichuan food, I like one called Do Hua Yu, which is tofu with fish in a sauce, in like the spicy red Sichuan sauce.
Oh.
Yeah.
I love fish. So when I heard fish, I think I might like this one.
Yeah. That one's fish and tofu. And they're both really yummy. It's just pieces of fried fish, right? And then they put it in that really spicy red sauce. That red Sichuan sauce that almost everything is in. That's the only thing about Sichuan food is like it's all in this red sauce. It's like just something with this red sauce all over it, that's one of my favorites. Yeah, and they also have one called Fuqi Fei Pian, which is it's a cold dish, and it has beef. Pieces of beef and also stomach, cow stomach, and then it's got the marinated. It's got all that spicy sauce on it, and cilantro and peanuts, and it's really it's again yummy. I'm getting hungry.
Have you eaten?
I've had only a couple of pieces of bacon for breakfast. I just had a little bit. I've had coffee and a little bit of bacon. That's it.
Why
Yeah, I am hungry. Yeah, man. And I haven't been to that restaurant in a while because I don't go to get Chinese food too often because it's just too expensive here. Like the Vietnamese restaurant that I went to the other day, I went there with my friend, and we both ate, and we both had to pay $34 US. $34. I had a bowl of pho, half of a banh mi sandwich, one crispy egg roll, fried egg roll, a spring roll, and a Thai coffee. That's all I had. $34 US plus a tip, 20%. Yeah, I mean that is in Vietnam that would be like maybe $4 or $5. You know, like maybe for all of that you could probably get that for $4 or $5 tops. You know, but yeah, here $34 for me, $34 for him plus tip. Ugh, ridiculous.
Yeah. Even if you don't need to tip.
Yeah, there you don't need to tip, right? Exactly. Yeah. So too much.
If you want, it's okay.
Yeah, you know the funny thing is, like in Taiwan, there were some times when I would try to tip, and they would say, "Yeah, no, we don't do that here." So yeah. Anyway, well, Mindy, it's always really nice to talk to you. Thank you for coming back and saying hello.
Yeah, thank you, because it's so long to talk to you.
Yeah, well, don't make it so long next time.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you for having me here.
Yeah, you know what we say don't be a stranger.
Yeah, keep in touch.
Yeah, keep in touch. Don't be a stranger, okay?
Yeah.
All right, Mindy, thank you. I'll talk to you next time, okay?
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, let me go back and check some comments, and I'll see if I can talk to somebody else here. I apologize for not trying to keep up with the comments, but it was too hard to talk to her at the same time. Have I been to China? I did live in, so I lived in Taiwan for 4 years, and I've been to Hong Kong a bunch of times. What are some well-known American foods? Hamburgers, the most well-known American food. I mean, it's got a German root to it, but it is an American food. New Orleans has some famous American food. If you're talking about, pizza is an Italian food, but we have our own styles of American pizza that are uniquely ours, like New York pizza, Chicago pizza, Detroit pizza, California pizza, barbecue. Very, very well known is American barbecue. We have 5 different kinds of barbecue. And they are all slightly different and all delicious. What else do we have? We have a lot, our food is food that has almost all of it can be traced to another culture, but it's still ours. Yeah. Hello, Fluke. Hello, Edgar. Hello, all the new people. I'm a picky eater? No, I don't think I'm a picky eater. I'll eat just about anything, but I like it to be made well. So it doesn't have to be rich, doesn't have to be expensive, it doesn't have to be fancy, but it just has to be made well. That's it. I love simple food. And I eat just about anything, to be honest. Okay, let's see. What else do we have here? Turkish coffee I have tried as well. Amir, when I was in high school many, many, many years ago, we had a Turkish exchange student, and he came to stay at my house one night, and he brought his big copper Turkish coffee maker and made coffee for us in my house. with the big Turkish copper coffee maker. It was awesome. I'm number one. Ooh, I don't know about that. I don't pay attention. You can melt chocolate with Turkish coffee. Yeah, we do that sometimes here too. You know, occasionally you can do that. You can just take a coffee and make it really hot and then put some, one little chunk of good chocolate in there and make yourself a mocha chocolate coffee. All right. And the sandwich we're talking about, Amir, is a Vietnamese sandwich called banh mi. Banh mi. It's BAHNMI. How about getting the ingredients and making your own, Jonathan? I love to cook, and but banh mi's, they're I love to cook, and I cook a lot of things, Jonathan, but there are some things that require you to have the right ingredients, and if you can't really get them, then it's not worth making them, right? And so if you can't get a really good French bread, it's honestly not worth making a banh mi. If you don't know how to make the perfect roasted pork for it or the perfect pate for it, then it's probably not worth making. So there are certain things that the effort, right? Like I've made ramen at home, right? And ramen, to make the broth, sometimes is 6 to 12 hours or more. And I've done that, but it's not always worth it. It's not always worth it to go to that much trouble. Okay, let's see. Is there a version of the green pepper? Yeah, Amir, those Thai chilies, the red ones, are the same thing as the green ones. The green one is just an immature red Thai chili, right? So Indian food often uses the same exact chili pepper, but just a green one, right? They like the green, early, unripened peppers. Red peppers are dangerous for your health. Actually, the opposite is true, Siraj. There are many studies that show that spicy peppers are actually good for your gut. Not too spicy, but the ones that are in a normal level of spice, there are some studies that say that that's actually very healthy for you. Mild spicy food is acceptable for most foreigners who visit China the first time. Otherwise, someone should visit the toilet floor over 30 minutes. Yeah. Jonathan, I think even Chinese people, you guys, I know, believe me, I know. You guys hurt yourselves just like we hurt ourselves when we go to eat spicy food sometimes. I've seen it. I know it's happened, where you go and you eat and the next day you're like, oh no, bathroom time. And it's painful. Hello, Yvonne. Good to see you again. Amir, you passed the exam. Good for you. Congratulations. Let's see. Okay, I think I'm just about caught up. Hello, Zoe. Why is my English so good? Because I'm an English teacher. It's my job. And also, I'm a native speaker. Vietnamese food is so delicious. I agree. But, I love food from almost every country. I don't think there's a country that doesn't have a delicious food. Every country has some food that's really, really delicious. You're making homemade pizza. Cool. And you're thinking of the steps in English. Well done, Ive. Good for you. What's the meaning of turning a blind eye? Dean, to turn a blind eye means to pretend like you don't see something that is happening right in front of you. And the story about that one is there was a captain of a ship. There was a captain of a naval ship, right? He was a captain of a fighting ship, right? And one day an admiral, somebody above him, told him he needs to do this thing. He needs to attack this ship, right? He needs to attack this ship. But this captain had one blind eye. He only had one eye, right? And so when he looked over to see what am I looking at? What am I supposed to attack? He looked with his blind eye. So this is his blind eye, and he's trying to look with his blind eye. Well, obviously he can't see anything because that eye is not there. There is no eye there. So that's called turning a blind eye, when you pretend like you don't see something that's right in front of you. Okay? Have I tried deconstructed fish tacos? I've tried fish tacos, and to deconstruct it just means to put all the pieces on a plate and eat it together that way. So I don't think I've ever done an actual deconstructed fish taco, but I mean, it's just a fish taco. All right, let's see. Who else wants to come up and talk to me? What's my stage time? What do you mean, Tara? All right, let's see. Dean wants to talk to me. Dean, do you want to come talk to me? Hello, Dean. There's Dean.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you, Dean?
I'm doing great, thanks for asking. I'm not sure about my microphone. Is it a problem or not?
It's a little bit weak. The sound is pretty low.
What about now? It's okay now?
That's a little bit better. Yeah, that's a little bit better. So, Dean, where are you from?
I don't know. Actually, I'm not from original America because I just put this flat by mistake, and I come from Azerbaijan.
You come from Azerbaijan. Okay. From Baku or where?
I come from Baku. Yeah, I live in there.
All right, awesome.
You know Baku?
I've talked to people from there.
Yeah, Baku is a beautiful city.
I'm sure it is. So what can I do for you today, Dean? Do you have a question for me?
Actually, I just mentioned that idiom. Actually, I didn't completely understand about this idiom to turn a blind eye. Yeah, I think it's just a...
Right, to turn a blind eye. Right, like I said, there's a famous story. I should look up the details so I give you the right names, but there was a famous captain, and he was told to do something that he didn't want to do. And so the way he was able to disobey was he was told to look at this thing and do this thing, but when he looked using his dead eye. So did he follow orders? Yes, I followed the order, but was I actually looking at anything? No, right? I pretended like I didn't see it. Yeah, so that's where turning a blind eye means, maybe you have a little brother or an older brother. You have an older brother and he's doing something wrong, and you're the younger brother, so you feel like you can't say anything, so you turn a blind eye.
So can you tell me, should I work on to idioms always or not? Because I just want to be English tutor, and I also teach English to kids,
Okay,
Maybe
so
you can remember them.
So yeah, you should learn them. We use them quite often, to be honest. I'll tell you what, Dean. Send me a private message later, and I'll see if I have maybe some sort of a website. There's one website you can go to. It's called theidioms.com. 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 And that's one website I use for teaching idioms to people. But I might have another website or a PDF or something I can send you. So send me a private message later and remind me that you need some help with idioms, and I'll see if I can find something that might help you, okay?
So could you please give me some suggestions about my teaching method? Because I just want to change my teaching method now. As I've said, I'm a professional, but I just want to know because you're an English tutor and you're also from America. So could you please recommend something? What can I do?
Well, what age are you teaching?
Sorry, could you repeat for me?
What age? What age of students are you teaching? Are they kindergartners? Are they 7 to 12? Are they middle school or high school? Are they adults? What age?
Actually, they're a high school student, but I'm also I am 18 years old.
Okay.
As I mentioned that, but yeah, they're too small, you know.
Okay.
But I just sometimes I just use ChatGPT because I'm a professional when I teach them and when I put a new lesson. But they don't know because they are very small. They are kids, you know.
Right.
I just try to do my best always to teach them.
Well, guess what? That's how I started as a teacher, too. I was 18 when I started teaching, and I was just doing my best. So what I can say is, Dean, you don't have to know everything, but you do have to know more than they do. And you have to be patient, and you have to be passionate, and you need to explain things simply, right? Always try to make it simple. That's the art of teaching is trying to make things simple so everyone can understand, right?
Yeah, of course.
And so what I would tell you is if you care, then you're probably teaching well, right? But not everybody cares when they teach. So just do the best you can. And the great thing about teaching is you actually can only learn teaching by teaching. So if you really want to know how to teach, start doing it, and you'll start figuring all this out. You'll start understanding how you need to talk to different students different ways, and every student has a different way of looking at things and understanding things. So you have to be able to know how to communicate the same information different ways for different people. You have to know how to deal with different students' level of ability, level of interest. Some students may have personal problems, family problems, learning disabilities, So the best thing you can do is just start teaching and make sure you care. That's all. Make sure you care about what you're doing. Understand that to be a teacher is a big responsibility.
So I'd like to talk about this website, but I'm not give you the name of this website, but I would say it's the best way. Sometimes I just use this website to get money and also to teach English to another people who are not from Azerbaijan, who are not from my country. But they always tell me that your English is good, but I don't believe them. Maybe they're just kind of beginner students. That's why they just told me, right? What do you think about that?
I didn't quite catch all of that. So you're talking about. Go ahead, say it again.
Please. I just used another website, so I will not tell you this name of website. So I have seen a lot of kids, you can call it, or other nationalities. They're not from Azerbaijan. They always told me that your English is quite understandable, but I don't believe them. Maybe because they are just beginner, that's why they tell me.
They're telling you. They're telling you that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, your English is quite understandable. I think your English is quite good for your age.
Mm-hmm. But in my opinion, because they're not advanced level, maybe that's why they tell me.
Okay, but I am advanced level. So I have the same opinion that they do, but I am advanced level. So I'm telling you, you speak well. You seem to have a good command of the language at your age. You have a good pronunciation.
Okay.
Your vocabulary seems pretty good. Your grammar seems pretty good. So you don't have to be perfect. When I started teaching, I was not the best at what I did, but I cared. Okay, so as long as you care a lot, care more. Care more about what you do, and then you'll be fine. That's the secret of being a good teacher. You have to care.
Yeah. I'd like to talk about this stuff. I know you will call me stupid as a stupid person, but this is the reality. Today, I had a match exam, but I didn't care about my exam, and I didn't go to university to get pass this exam. I just like studied a lot about my English, and I burned midnight oil today. You know, could you believe it? That's the reality. I'm not telling you a lie, but I would say like, you know, English is just kind of my kind of girlfriend or something like that. I don't know how to call it. Because I have aim. I have the most important aim, and I should do that. Because this is my future. English is the meaning of English. Like it can be my future or my
Okay,
aim,
well
my
that's
goals.
good. There's nothing wrong with that. But guess what, Dean? You know the beauty of language? The beauty of language is language can be a part of every single thing that you do in life. So, guess what? You can practice your English and still cook food and talk about food. You can practice your English and enjoy music. You can practice your English and enjoy TV and movies. You can practice your English and have a girlfriend. And guess what? Life is about growing up, and sometimes you have to have experiences to grow up. So, I was exactly like you when I was 18. I was a drummer, and I was a super passionate drummer, and that's all I wanted to do. I had no girlfriend. I did nothing but drums all day long, 8 hours a day, drumming, studying, focused, practicing, really, really serious every single day. But now I can look back on myself, and I can say that that was pretty silly. I can say that I should have been more broad-minded. I should have been more open-minded, and I should have tried to learn from other things and not been so concentrated on one thing. We call it wearing blinders, like a horse. You know, you put these things on the horse so the horse can only see the way forward. But that means they're only seeing that part of the world. They're not seeing everything. Right? So what I would tell you, Dean, is you're lucky because the thing that you want to be good at, the thing that you want to be passionate about, is something that you can still do and experience all the experiences that life has to offer. So you don't have to limit yourself by saying, well, I'm not going to do this and I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to have a girlfriend. I'm not going to go out with my friends. No, do all those things. Go out with your friends. Get a girlfriend. Go do some stuff. Go travel, go experience things, try new foods, all of those things, and still work on your English. There's nothing that holds you back. Having experiences does not hold your learning back.
Yeah, but teacher, you just told me, you just called me as a lucky person, but I would say I'm not lucky. I'm quite Indian guy, because you know why I'm Indian? Because I have a printed in English, but I still live in Azerbaijan with this English, and it means that I didn't get my chance. You know, this is it was my biggest mistake in my life, but I will change and I will try to do always my best. And I don't know how to escape this my country, you know, because the economy is not good actually. That's why I just teach English to get money. Actually, not gonna lie. Because I'm just a student. This is I don't know what
Okay.
to do anymore.
So here's another. Let me give you one more lesson, Dean. Let me give you one more lesson. One of my teachers told me this. I used to do this. There's a term that you need to learn that you probably don't know. It's called self-deprecating. Do you know what that means? To be self-deprecating, it means that you talk badly about yourself. You keep putting yourself down. And my teacher always told me, never make excuses for the way you do something. Never make excuses for your ability. So, meaning, you don't need to keep saying I'm an idiot or I'm stupid. Stop that. Just stop doing that. It's not helping you when you do that.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, well, guess what? Being humble is one thing, but being self-deprecating is another. Right? So you're not stupid. You're too young to be stupid.
I accept it as a judgment.
Okay? You're just young. You can't say you're stupid. You're just young. There's a big difference. Okay? Stupid is when you know better, you know the right thing to do, but you do the wrong thing anyway. Right? That's stupid. right? But
Sometimes when I call myself a student, it's a kind of motivating stuff also for me.
I understand.
Not
It's
kind of
like
judging.
a humility kind of a thing. I know. I understand. I do the same kind of thing sometimes, but you also need to make sure that you don't do it too much, because it actually doesn't help you or anyone else. So,
Yeah.
you know, be proud of who you are without being arrogant, but also don't put yourself down for no good reason. Okay? Dean, I need to let you go because I need to get to some other people here today, but it was nice to talk to you, and please come back and see me again sometime, okay?
Have a good day. Bye bye.
Take care, my friend. Okay, yeah, his English was good. You know, he speaks a little fast sometimes, and the microphone wasn't very clear, but no, his English is good. But yeah, to be self-deprecating, you don't need to keep putting yourself down. I'm such a this, I'm so stupid. You know, don't do that. Come on. All right, let's see. How about let's talk to, we'll get to Tara for a minute, and then Ive, I see you waiting. Amir says having a girlfriend is just a waste of time. That depends on which girl you go with. Hello, Tara. Do you want me to turn off your camera?
Hello. Yeah, I can.
No, you don't have to, but I'm just asking if you want me to. Some people do. I didn't know if you want me to. It's okay. Okay. All right. There we go.
I want to. Hello, Teacher Mark.
Hello.
And I wonder if a question is that why I can understand what you say in English, but I can't understand the others say in English because I don't know why.
So
Because I am a beginner in learning English.
okay. So let's see. How do I explain this to you? One moment. So there are a couple of reasons why. Okay. One reason is because it's my job. I'm an English teacher, and I try to speak well, and I try to speak slowly and clearly for everyone. That's one reason why. Okay. I've been doing this job a long time. Okay. I try to speak well. Okay. And another reason why is because I have very good equipment. Okay. My microphone is a very nice microphone. So the quality of the sound is really, really good compared to many other people. Many other people, they use more difficult vocabulary. Many other people, they use a lot of slang words. Many other people, they don't pronounce their words very well, or they use a lot of words like gonna, woulda, shoulda, coulda, words like that, you know. I try not to use any of those words. So that's why you can understand me better, okay? 听得懂吗?
Okay, got it. 听懂.
Okay.
Okay.
That's why. Many people say that. 很多人他们告诉我一样的。
And I have a friend. She is preparing for the IELTS examination, and she told me that if you want to get a very good mark in the IELTS examination, you should use the very complex vocabulary or sentence in the speaking. So I don't know why, because I think if you use this very complex sentence and vocabulary, and I think it's very trouble.
Yeah, it is, right. Yeah, that's test English. Yeah. So yeah, for the test, they want you to use that kind of language. But in the real world, okay, 这是考试的英文。不是, it's not real. That's just the test. In the real world, you're right. We don't want you to use big words most of the time. And it seems weird if you do. Okay? So, if I'm in college, in a college classroom, and I'm talking about a very difficult and complicated subject, then maybe I will use difficult and complicated language. But that's only in that room, in that place, right? So that kind of language is good, but only in certain places. You can't use that kind of academic language everywhere. That will be weird. If you just want to go to the movies, you don't need to use a complicated vocabulary for that, right?
I got it.
You know,
Thank you.
it would be very strange if you went to dinner with your friends just for fun, and all night long you kept using really complicated vocabulary words. Why? You're just out for fun, right? You know, relax. You don't need to impress anyone, right? Yeah.
I'm very amazed about that because I just learning English for several times, but I can't understand you. I was amazing about that.
Well,
but I didn't understand any others.
Well, then come back and see me a lot. I have a YouTube channel. If you can use a VPN, then you can go to YouTube and you can watch my YouTube channel. I have lots and lots of videos there with lots and lots of tips, lots of things you can learn there.
But I learning English. I watch a lot of YouTube channels and movies, but I always when sometimes a sentence has some words I don't know, and I should translate it into my mother language. So
that can be hard sometimes. Yeah.
A problem.
Yeah. You know, what you can do, Tara, is instead of using YouTube, you can watch any other movie or TV show in America. If it's a movie or a TV show made in America, all of them, you can go online, onto the internet, and you can find something called the transcript. The transcript. A transcript means you can print out all the words they say in the show, everything everyone says. You can print it out so you can hold it. And now you can watch the TV show or you can watch the movie and you can read it in your hands while you're watching the movie. So if they say a vocabulary word you don't know, you can see it and you can go, oh, I circle it. I don't know that word. Let me learn that word. Or if they say an idiom that you like or a phrase that you like, you can circle that and say, well, I like that word, that phrase. Let's save that. So if you get the transcript, then you can learn from your TV show or movie much, much better. Okay, if you're just listening and watching the subtitles, it's hard to remember, it's hard to learn, it's hard to study. But if you have something you can hold and you can read and you can see the movie, right? You can read the words that they're saying while you're watching it. Now you can really learn from that and study. Okay, so get the transcript. Every American movie, all you have to do, go online, like, for example, type in the name of the show. So Friends. Friends is a very famous American TV show. Type in Friends and type in the word transcript, Transcript. Here's the word here, transcript. And I promise there will be a free website that will have the transcript for you, and you just download it. Okay, so that's it right there. Good.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, so you can get a transcript for every TV show, every American movie. They all have a transcript. Many, many American podcasts also have a transcript. You just have to look for it. Okay. Yeah.
And last question I want to ask is I'm worrying about when I speak to the people who speak English. I worried she or he is not like you. And when they speak in English, someone always make some complex, and other people who is not good at English. So I talking to them. Do you think it's valuable? Do you think it's valuable?
Is it valuable to talk to people who don't speak as well as I do? Yeah, it's still valuable, but it's better. So here's what I will tell you. In the real world, you can't always choose who you can talk to, right? Sometimes you talk to some people who have a really good level of English, and sometimes you talk to people who don't, right? So sometimes you can't choose, but you should try to find maybe 2 or 3 people who you really like the way they sound, and you try to learn from them as your models, right? So you like my voice, you can understand me, so use me as a model, and then find 2 other people who you also understand and use them as models. Okay, now, other people, sometimes you have to talk to them, and maybe their English is not so good. So, Tara, in Chinese, I often have to say, 不好意思，我的中文我觉得就是还好啊，请可以说慢一点吗？ you know, yeah. So I'll often have to tell people, can you please speak a little bit more slowly? Right? I'll ask them in Chinese, could you please speak a little more slowly for me? You can do that with English too. If you meet someone and you're talking to them, maybe they're speaking too fast and they're using a lot of complicated language, just tell them. Just say, hey, I'm really sorry. My English is not that good. Can you slow down a little bit for me? I think most people, 98% of people, will be fine with that. They'll say, oh, yes, I'm so sorry. Let me try to speak more slowly and more simply. Okay? So you can do that. It's okay. You can do that. I do that in Chinese too, okay?
Okay. I don't have questions.
Okay.
Thank you
You're welcome. Thank you for coming. I'll see you next time, okay, Tara?
Okay.
Okay, bye-bye. Okay, and over here in my other side here, Amir, let's see. I can't imagine how bad the quality of VPNs are. Yeah, I haven't used one in a while, so I don't really know. They do really reduce the speed of internet connections, I know, yeah. Yeah, and hello, Igor. Burning the midnight oil. Yes, it is a popular idiom, I think, still. And burning the midnight oil, a long time ago, we didn't have electricity, so what did you use for light? A candle or an oil lamp, right? So you had a lamp for light that you used oil to burn oil, okay? And so when you say I was burning the midnight oil, that means I was staying up late studying or working. Okay, I was staying up late doing something. I was burning the midnight oil. Okay, it was working or studying. I was burning the midnight oil. Okay? All right. Let's see. All right, and Ive was next, and thank you for being so patient, Ive. And I do see, wow, there's a lot of people now waiting in line to talk to me. I'll try to get to you when I can, okay? Hello, Ive.
Hello, Teacher Mark. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for asking.
And
Well, actually, I left my pizza and I came to speak with you because I have something important to discuss.
okay. Oh, that sounds very, very important. What is it?
Well, actually, regarding thinking in English. As I told you so far, this year I'm trying to look for more creative ways or maybe more natural ways of acquiring the language. So I'm trying to think more these days other than doing anything else.
Okay.
But what I came to realize is probably the atmosphere or the whole condition that I am in is not kind of helping. When it comes to my family members, none of them actually is paying attention to what I'm doing. Maybe saying that it's kind of weird that I am paying that much attention or making that lots of effort in order to improve. It's kind of just overdoing it. So that's kind of uncomfortable for me.
I understand.
Which makes me think of some other ways, to isolate myself and try to do this maybe on my own. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I understand the way you feel exactly. I kind of feel almost the same way about what I do right here, right now, right? So there are some people that when I talk to them about what I do, they think it's really amazing and it's very serious. But there are some people, and when I talk to them about what I do, they think it's just silly. And so they have a different energy. And it's hard to be around that energy when you're trying to be serious and you're surrounded by people who can't understand your seriousness. It's difficult to maintain that. But I also think it's important to learn how to be the tree that doesn't fall in the hurricane. So what that means is you have to learn how to be strong enough to be able to still stay strong and study and be the person you want to be, even though they don't understand. You know, even though you're surrounded by people like that. It's hard. It is a challenge. And this has been, many people through history have felt exactly the same way, that they are trying to improve themselves or do something serious or study something in a very serious way, but they're surrounded by people who do not understand what they're doing and can't understand why they're so serious about it. And it's a very difficult thing because it's much easier if you're surrounded by people who understand you and they support you and they want to encourage you. But if you're not surrounded
right.
It's hard to feel like you don't have any encouragement at all. You know, it's like being out in the wilderness, living by yourself. You know, So the one advice I will tell you is I think that you just need to build up your strength of character about your education. That's one thing. You just need to have more. What's the word I'm looking for? You need to be more stoic. Do you know that word? Yeah, stoic.
Yeah, it's a new word.
Yeah, it's a good word. To be stoic, everybody. Let me give it a good definition here. Stoicism was an idea that kind of came out in the Greek age. The Greeks came up with it. And to be stoic, it means that you should be free from passion and not moved by joy or grief. And so you're not bothered, is the point, right? You're not bothered. You're like a statue. Right? The wind doesn't bother you. The rain doesn't bother you. The cold doesn't bother you. You're a statue. You're stoic.
Does it mean to be indifferent?
No, it doesn't necessarily mean to be indifferent so much as it means to be able to, think of it like this, to be able to weather the storms. Like you can stand there, and even though it's cold, you can take it. You're stoic. You can stand there, and even though it's hot, you can take it. You can stand there, and even though there are people who disagree with you everywhere, you can take it. You're stoic. Okay? Stoicism.
Well, that's a great word, yeah.
And there are a bunch of really great... you should look up this guy. Marcus Aurelius. Have you ever heard of him?
No, not really.
He was a famous Roman. Let's see. Let me make sure I spell his name correctly. Aurelius. Marcus Aurelius. He was a famous Roman emperor. Okay, and he has a lot of great quotes. Like some of his quotes that I love. He says things like. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. So that means the best revenge you can do is to become not like the person who hurt you, right? Or the more grievous are the consequences of anger than that which causes it. So when you become angry, you actually do more damage than what made you angry. right? Or the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. So whatever you think about, it's what your mind is going to be like. So if you think bad stuff all the time, then your mind is going to be bad. If you think good stuff all the time, then your mind is going to be good. You know? Yeah, he has a lot of great quotes. So many great quotes. Really, really good ones. One of my favorite quotes from Marcus Aurelius is he said, "The opinion of 10,000 men means nothing if they know nothing of the subject." And I love that one because lots of people have opinions, especially today. There are so many people have opinions about politics and everything, but so many people, they have opinions, but they have no knowledge. So if you have no knowledge of a subject, it doesn't really matter what you think because you don't know anything about it, you know? So your opinion is really of no consequence, you know? So,
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, that's why actually I'm constantly trying to push myself forward as I am all alone in that journey. Nobody is like me or maybe like has similar goals to have something in common to talk about or even to practice together. So it's kind of I'm all alone in this. So I'm trying like to okay, that's fine to accept that and to like to be positive, to look for other creative ways that I can do this, even though it's not like you know. There are so many people to encourage me or to push me forward. I can do this on my own. But yeah, sometimes it's kind of discouraging
I know.
as well.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, like I said, there are some people that I'm surrounded by who don't understand what I'm doing here at all. And it's really hard because every day I'm trying to be serious about what I do and I want to build this into something and I feel like I do something that matters. But they don't understand it. And so, yeah, it's really hard to feel like I can't even explain it to them because they just don't get it. And so you're surrounded by people who can't even be happy for you because they don't see what you see, you know? But that's the nature of life, and that's why I'm saying, like, I think that there's a certain amount of internal strength that everyone needs to develop, strength of character, so that, again, so that you know, every hurricane comes through and tears everything up, but there's always that one tree. There's always that one tree that's like, wow, look at that tree. It made it. It didn't fall down. It looks like it was okay. You know, you have to learn how to be that tree.
Hopefully I'll be that tree.
Yeah, you have to learn how to be that tree that's not bothered by the storm. Be the tree that's not bothered by the storm. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, I'll try to put this in mind, and yeah, gradually I'll try to maybe adapt some coping mechanisms in which I can go on, despite the discouraging environment. Yeah.
And you know, I'll tell you the other thing. I'm a huge quote guy. I've been a big quote guy since I was a teenager. I have a book, the Oxford Dictionary of Quotations, and I've been reading it for 20-some years. And I love to just find a great quote that makes me inspired or makes me think or makes me contemplate. But especially the inspiring ones, because they're the ones that, you know, they give you the fuel you need when you don't have it. Right? So when you read someone's great words, they kind of give you this, you know, oh man, I needed that. That's brilliant. That's just what I needed today. Those words, that's what I need. That's my fuel for the day, you know? So
it seems like someone is talking to you.
Right. Yeah, that's exactly right. You know, so whether I'm quoting Rumi or Marcus Aurelius or Mark Twain or JFK or, you know, Martin Luther King, they all had great ideas, great thoughts. Gandhi, you know, those thoughts can help you to feel like you are. How do I say it? I think it's like it pushes away those things around me that are the bad atmosphere. It's like good air that you can breathe.
To pave the way for me in order to help guide my way forward.
Yeah, you know what it's like? I'll tell you what it's like. It's like when you're surrounded by those people that don't understand you, it's almost like there's bad air that you can't breathe well. right? It's
Yeah,
hard to
like
breathe.
the aura, probably, or
Right, an
yeah,
aura,
something like
right.
this.
But when you have quotes, it's like an oxygen mask. You know, like you can breathe because you have another source of inspiration, something else that's not them, you know. So quotes are great, you know. And they're also brilliant. You know, you can learn a lot. You know, whether you're learning from Machiavelli or you're learning from Plato or you're learning from Cicero or you know, anyone that you can find. Great ideas
Well,
come from
maybe I'll
everywhere.
try to read some quotes sometime.
Yeah, my Facebook, for example, I subscribe to a lot of great pages for inspirational quotes on my Facebook. So I'm constantly getting them in my feed, and I love that. Every day I get one, and it's like, oh, well, that's a cool quote. I like that. That'll help me for today. Okay?
Yeah. Well, actually, that was of great help. Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
And
It's
I'll
my
keep
pleasure.
going and make my pizza. Okay.
Good for you. Yeah, enjoy that pizza. All right, take care, Ive.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Okay, quotes. Yes, quotes. That's what we're talking about, quotes. And yes, wa alaikum assalam. Hello. Let's see. Do I have a website or something for those quotes? I don't know if that's a website. Let me check to see. There's one called... Let me see if it's a website or only on Facebook. I think it's only a Facebook page. Yeah, it looks like it. So there's one Facebook page that I have that I like. It's called As Above, So Below. As Above, So Below. As above, comma, so below, I think, or maybe there's no comma. But that one is a good one that has lots of interesting quotes. As above, so below. But, you know, just type in a search on Facebook, you know, for quotes pages. You know, there are a bunch of them. Inspirational quotes pages. There are lots of them. Okay. All right. Let's see. Pulling out all the stops, Mina. That's an idiom that comes from music. Okay, so pulling out all the stops is an idiom that means to try everything that you have. Every option, every choice, every solution that you can possibly think of to try to do something, that's what you're going to do. You're pulling out all the stops, right? So you're not going to try to just do it with one solution. You're going to try everything you possibly can do all at once. Where does it come from? It comes from organ playing the organ, right? There's an instrument called the organ, and on the organ, there are these things called stops that you pull out or push in on the instrument. And when you pull them out, it changes the sound of the instrument and makes it bigger, right? And so if you pull out all of the stops, then it's the biggest sound. So pulling out all the stops means doing everything that you possibly can for this problem, right? All right. Did I miss anybody else's quotes? Or questions? I'm sorry. Josh says, I remember oil lamps. Yeah, dude, I remember them too. We have one right in the other room here that, you know, just in case there's a, you know, power outage, we still keep one around. You know, my grandma had them. My grandfather was a coal miner. He had an oil lamp on his head even, you know. So I remember them too, but you know what I mean, Josh. You know, it was a long time ago. We don't use them that much anymore unless you're camping, and even the camping ones are different. You know? Yes, Aziza, I am a musician. Okay, raise your hand if you want to talk to me. Raise your hand. The word is dwarfism. Dwarfism. Mona, dwarfism. All right, let's see. Oh, there's Okay, Noradine, I'll try to get to you next, okay? Hello, Aziza.
Yeah, hello. Hello,
Assalamu
friend.
alaikum. How are
How are
you?
you? I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I'm fine. And you're in Morocco. Are you in Casablanca or Marrakesh or where?
Yeah, I'm from Casablanca. Yeah, right. Yeah,
Okay.
right. I'm from Casablanca. I'm now in Casablanca. I live
Wonderful.
in Casablanca. And you know, my English is not very good. I'm just I speak French, but I will do right.
You sound fine.
No, it's
Yeah,
not good.
you sound
Yeah.
fine. Don't worry about it. What can I do for you today? How can I help you?
Um, you told me about your music.
Tell you about my music. I am an English teacher, but I am also a musician. I'm a drummer.
Ah, okay. English teacher. You teach the children or the all the people.
I teach every age. Right now, I teach online. You know, I'm one of the most popular teachers here on this app. So now I teach online, but I have taught every age. I've taught kindergarten, I've taught elementary school and junior high, high school. I've taught college age kids, adults, every age.
Ah, okay. You are from Egypt, no?
I am
Arabia?
from no. I'm from the United States. I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio.
Right. Good. Yeah.
And yeah, I'm a drummer. I've been playing drums for how many years? Let me see. What is it? 2025? Yeah. Wow. Is that really true? That can't be right. Wait a minute. Hold on. Yeah. Wow. 37 years.
Oh my God, 37 years, like my age now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, 35 years.
Yeah.
Old.
I've been playing drums longer than you've been alive. Yeah.
Great.
And Aziza,
Yeah.
what do you do?
Yeah, I'm working. I'm in the office now.
Okay. I mean, what kind of job?
I'm assistant of a company which can import and export.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're an office assistant. Okay.
Yeah, shoes from Chinese.
I see. Okay.
From Chinese and Turkey.
Ah, okay. Shoes from China and Turkey. Okay. Turkey.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
That's right.
And what do you do for fun?
For fun? What's your mean?
I mean, what do you like to do for fun? Do you like to cook? Do you like to go out to watch movies? Do you like to read books?
Travel. Listen
Travel?
music.
Okay. Listen to music?
Travel, listen music, and and go dinner with a friend. Yeah.
Okay.
that's all. Yeah.
All right. That sounds good. That sounds good. And you're new on the Hello Talk then?
Yeah, this is the first time. It is
Oh,
the
wow.
first time. Yeah, today. I'm
Wow.
very
You're,
busy.
yeah, well, you're very
Oh,
lucky.
wow.
Then you happen to come into my live stream, and I'm one of the more popular live streamers here. So I'm here almost every day. And I have about 75,000 followers, so I answer a lot of questions about English.
I did you in my friend. I make a abonne, like abon.
Oh, okay. All right. That sounds good.
I have a chance.
Of course, yeah. And yeah, so people come to my live streams to, watch and listen and learn. This one, I talk to people a lot, but many of my live streams, I just teach the whole time. Like I'll teach about vocabulary or pronunciation or grammar or, things like that. So, yeah, so you should come back and see me again and follow. It's a good app. It's a very useful app for practicing your language. and for making connections too, especially for the import-export business. Import-export is, that's a connections business. You need to know people in different places, right? And this app, you can find people in any country and talk to them and make connections with people. So it's good for business too, and travel.
Yeah, my problem now for in English language, I can write in emails, I can understand a letter, but I cannot communicate it good. That's the problem. There's no people here to communicate with them. I'm just using French. All the people here using French language, not
English. So every day you usually think in French or think in Arabic?
Usually.
Usually which? Which one? Which one more? French or Arabic?
French and Arabic too.
Both of them equal. Equal.
My personal life, I use the Arabic, but in work.
French.
Working in French.
I see. Okay. So here's the secret then, Aziza. The one thing I tell people on Hello Talk that's my big secret, my big trick about language learning is you can practice any language anywhere, and it doesn't matter where you live, and it doesn't matter if there are other people who speak the language. All you need to do is learn how to think in English every day.
Yeah.
So you can talk to me, so that means you can think in English. So you just need to practice it more. You have to do it every day. You have to use your English mind. Okay? Build your English mind. That's the secret, okay?
Okay.
Where are we going now? We're on a trip. We're taking a little trip somewhere. I don't know where we're going.
This is my friend. Look.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
His name's Abkrim.
What is your name?
Abkrim.
Abkrim. Okay. All right. Nice to meet you.
My colleague in work.
Okay. All right. Nice to meet you.
Can you hold me one moment, please?
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. I have a small job to do now.
Okay.
Right now.
Well, I'll tell you what. Yeah. You can come back and see me again. Okay.
I come back to stage now.
Okay.
Right now.
All right. Okay. All right. All right, so I guess she can come back when she's finished doing her work then. All right, let's see. I've got Noradine and Miguel, and then I might need to get going here, and we'll get Edgar up here too. Hello, Noradine, and hello, Miguel.
Hello, my friend, teacher Mark and Miguel.
Miguel.
Hello, my friend.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, hello. Yeah, and Miguel, you're in. It looks like you're cold today, huh?
Yeah.
Everybody, if you don't know, Miguel lives in New Orleans, which is in the very far south in the United States. But today it's snowing in New Orleans, which never happens. It never snows there. It's too hot. But today it's snowing there. It's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
It really is. Yeah, snowing in New Orleans. That's just crazy, Yeah.
Yeah, it's supposed to be. We have snowing for all day.
Wow. Yeah.
It's been snowing since 6 a.m.
What's the temperature?
0 degrees Celsius, and I
Okay.
think
Wow.
about 32 Fahrenheit.
Right, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
be careful, because if it gets much colder, then that's when it gets dangerous, because then the snow, it will melt when it hits the ground, because the ground is too warm. But because of
Yeah.
the air temperature, it will freeze. So it melts and then turns to water, and then it freezes, and that's when it gets really dangerous, because everything is ice. And nobody down
Yeah.
there knows how to drive in the snow or ice, and that's what makes it even more dangerous.
Yeah, well, actually, the Interestatal is closed. The
Oh.
E10 is closed since,
Wow.
I don't know,
Wow.
5 a.m., I think.
They even closed the highway? Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, we had a big snowstorm here just a couple weeks ago, too, and we got about 10 inches of snow, 10 or 12 inches of snow. And it's still cold here today. It's what is it, minus 11 C, which is 12 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's
I'm going to
cold.
show you.
Okay. Wow, New Orleans with snow. That is insane. And it's staying on the ground. I can't believe it's actually staying on the ground. Usually I would think it would be just too hot, too warm. The ground, it would just melt.
Yeah. Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, it really is. That must be a
That's
lot of
crazy.
snow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Crazy. Well, be careful driving. Be very careful driving.
Actually, I have to work because, we used to work for hospitals, and when they have an emergency like storms and hurricane, we have to stay here.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. I'll be here in the parking right now.
I see. Yeah, I see in the parking garage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like I said,
it's
stay
I'm
warm.
working, but not enough work today.
I understand.
Yeah.
Well, stay warm and stay safe.
Yeah.
Yeah. And hello, Edgar.
Really like
Hola.
to talk
Hola
to
to
you,
you,
my friend.
Edgar.
Hello, Mark. How are you?
I'm good. Hello in Costa
Hi, guys.
Rica.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, Miguel, Edgar, Miguel, Noureddin, Edgar, Noureddin.
I remember Edgar.
Oh, you remember him? Okay.
Recuerdo, Edgar, la primera vez que estuviste en el live stream de Teacher Mark.
Yeah.
I remember him. Yeah. Nice to meet you, man.
Yes, and then
Nice
we
to
have
meet you.
Noureddin up here. He's also one of my big followers in Morocco.
Yeah, I know, Noureddin.
Yeah.
Really great to
Yes,
see you.
my friend.
Hello,
very nice.
Nordine. Hello,
You want-
Nordine.
I'm doing great, my friend. How about you?
I'm fine.
Good. And so
At the
how's the
moment,
weather? How's the weather in Costa Rica?
I show you.
Okay.
Let me. I show you. It's a beautiful sunny morning.
Oh,
Here.
and wow.
This is my background.
Wow. Look at that.
Completely blue sky. This
No
morning
snow,
in
blue
Costa Rica.
sky. Looks
Yes.
beautiful. Wow.
My koi swamp.
Wow, look at that.
This is my home.
Wow, very nice. Very nice.
It's a very nice morning here in Costa Rica. A warm morning.
Yeah, that looks nice. Beautiful. Yeah. What about you, Noureddin? How's the weather there in Morocco? Is it cold?
Yes. In this day, it's very, very cold. But,
Yeah?
But I like it.
But you like it?
This
Okay.
more than that.
Okay, all right.
Because rather than summer, we want to put some new
Yeah,
jacket. or something
summer
new.
there is too hot. Yeah. Okay.
But teacher Mark, there are many people who speak Spanish who want to teach us Spanish.
Oh, really? In Morocco? You mean?
Now Morocco here in one city can speak Spanish. They're what called Tangier.
Right. Well, I would think that there are many Spanish speakers there because you're so close to Spain. I mean, Casablanca. Casablanca is a Spanish name.
It's a Spanish name, but the problem here it is economic. Then most people here speak French in a world.
Ah, right. Yeah. But I think you
But if
probably
you
have
go-
many travelers from Spain, yeah?
Yes, across the Tangier is a very very famous city
Right.
here. Very
Yeah,
nice
Tangiers.
city.
Right. Yeah.
The people there, many people can speak Spanish, and many
Interesting.
people come from another country to go to Morocco to go in Spain.
Interesting. Okay. All right.
Come.
Interesting.
But
So
I know just como estás and
you just know como estás. Well, that's good. Como estás is a good start. Yeah. Okay. And do you know how to say if someone asks you, if someone says como estás to you, what do you say back?
Estoy bien.
perfecto.
Ah, you can say perfecto. Ah,
perfecto.
very
Esa es buena,
good.
esa es
Yeah,
buena.
that works.
That's a good
Yeah,
one.
that's a good one. Yeah, perfecto or muy bien.
good
Yeah,
answer.
yeah, that's good.
Right.
Yeah, perfecto. That's very good. See, so you know more than just that. That's good.
It sounds like a real native speaking Spanish.
Yeah, the way he said it was very good. But you know
Yeah, pretty good.
that's one thing that I've noticed is I really do think that the Arabic R sound and the Spanish R sound, there is a similarity there. And that's why I think there are some words that you can say perfecto and there's that same that same R is like an Arabic R almost. You know?
Yalla.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
Some words.
But I can teach you.
Some words of Arabic. We have some words, Arabic words in Spanish.
Right, yeah, pantalones, right? Pantalones is almost the same in Arabic, right? Yeah.
Pillow,
pantalones.
almohada.
Almohada. Ah, yeah, okay.
Almohada. Ojalá. We use ojalá every day.
Ojalá.
When we want to something good, it happen. We say ojalá. Dios quiera.
Yeah.
Ojalá.
It's like
Ojalá.
I hope.
Oh, it's like inshallah, inshallah. Ah, it's like
Yeah,
inshallah. Ah, yeah. Okay, ojalá, inshallah. Ah, interesting. Yeah.
My wife
Funny.
is right now in Egypt.
Oh, your wife is in
wife,
Egypt. Okay.
He's traveling by Egypt because my wife is teaching Spanish.
Wow.
Arabic people. right now.
Wow, that's amazing.
And
Very very very
yeah.
nice.
Very cool. How long has she been there?
How long? She is there about 1 month. 1 month.
1 month. Okay, wow.
1 month.
Okay. That must be new. That must be very different.
Yeah.
But if you come here, I will invite you to Taji.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, one of these days, I'm telling you, I just really want to go plan one tour where I can just go to one city one day and have a meal in every single city in the world. Just keep traveling, having one meal in each city. Breakfast here, lunch in another city, dinner in another city, and keep doing that every day. Every day. Different city, different meal.
That's
No,
gonna be
if you
great.
come here,
Yeah, right?
If you come here, I am a good tours.
If I come here, you'll do what?
Good what is called guide tours.
Tour guide. You'll be my tour guide. Yeah, sure.
You see here all the places and very famous place here.
Yeah, I wish I could. My trip, like when you go on a vacation, sometimes it's great and sometimes it's almost like torture. Because it's like you enjoy it so much that you're like, man, why I don't want it to end. You want to just keep traveling. Yeah. I will. I'm so jealous of rich people who can just travel all the time. Yeah, I know. I just want to be able to travel all the time and meet my friends. Yeah.
But I think the people now are more busy. We don't have too much time to have this thing.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's sad but true. People are too busy for meeting and hanging out and making friends. Yeah.
Life very fast, like a machine.
Yeah, life is fast. Yeah, it really is. Like time It's just too fast anymore. You know, every day I look at the date and I'm like, wow. Like, how did that happen? We're in 2025 now. It sounds like the future. It still sounds like this, like the future. 2025. We're living in 2025. You know, like, here, wait, let me make it better. Wait. In the year 2025. It sounds
like a fiction movie.
Right, it sounds like so futuristic, so like in the future, but it's 2025 now. It's so crazy. Really weird. You know? Yeah. So, anyway. Well, guys, I'm going to let you go. What time is it? I think it's perfect. Okay, it's about almost 2 hours, so it's just about right. I'm trying to get my times better now. I'm trying to do about an hour and a half each time. Because sometimes I do too much sometimes. But
thanks for having me, Mike.
Yeah, no, it was my pleasure, Miguel. It's always good to see you, and thanks for showing us the snow. I was curious what it looks like down there. That's crazy. I can't believe snow in New Orleans.
I will do a 2025 wonderful for everyone.
I hope so too. I'm a little worried, but I hope so. Yeah, inshallah. Right? Yeah, right? Ojalá. All right, guys, take care. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. All right, ojalá indeed. Hello, Gunter. Good to see you, my friend. All right, guys. Yeah, it's time for me to go take a break. I've been here for about an hour and 50 minutes. I need to set a timer so that I can remember to wrap things up on at an hour and a half. But I'll get to it. I'll figure it out eventually. Sebastian, I just decided to try to pull up some of I had 3 guys who, I know pretty well. They've been following me a long time, so I brought them all up on stage. Okay, guys, I got to go. I'm going to go have some lunch and do some work. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for following. Have a good morning. Have a good afternoon. Have a good evening wherever you live in the world. Come back and see me again sometime. I'll be back again soon. Okay, I'm here 6 days a week. Okay, I have about 75,000 followers. Follow me. Here's my YouTube channel. If you want to follow my YouTube channel, you can. Here it is right here. Go to my YouTube, follow, and, watch my videos. And here is my website. If you want any private lessons with me, go to my website, buy some private lessons. All right, guys, thank you. Take care. I'll see you guys next time. Bye, Gunter.